Look, let's be real here. I've made every heat press video in the book, and there's only so many ways that I can show you guys to use a heat press. And there's a reason why I haven't posted as many heat press videos lately, and it's mostly because of these reasons right here. I've owned and operated almost every type of heat press that's gonna make you money. I've also managed a small team to heat press all the products for us, and I've made countless videos doing so. So I could definitely say the first 2-3 years I spent on YouTube was mostly heat press tutorials. And the problem with that is that it's only the fulfillment side of using heat presses. I've spent the last 2 years trying to show you guys how to actually put it to use so that you guys are actually making money now. You have to remember that the heat press part is just a fulfillment portion. And after a while, once you get so busy, you're going to have to learn how to manage a team like I did to be able to heat press all your products for you, or you're going to have to start outsourcing. And anything for the heat press you can use in-house for samples or for short runs or for one-offs if you really want to scale. So if you have a heat press and you're doing under $20,000 a month consistently, let's go ahead and get you to this point so that we can also discuss ways to go beyond it. So if you have a heat press, you probably have one of 3 business models. You probably run a print shop business model where you're doing B2B orders, you're printing for other companies, you're doing bulk runs for particular designs. So for example, clone brands coming at you and you're doing 50 t-shirts for them, or Dunkin' Donuts is coming at you and they need 100 t-shirts for their store. Number 2, you probably actually have the brand. So you might want to create the next Nike or Adidas, and you want to create a focal point on just your brand message and your brand name alone. So you're creating and designing products for that. Or number 3, you probably run the same business model that I do, which is a generic style brand. So basically you own an Amazon shop or Etsy shop, and these are designs that are typically correlated to trends or evergreen events such as birthday t-shirts, because they sell every single day. It's always someone's birthday. Or you're selling Father's Day shirts, Mother's Day shirts, Thanksgiving shirts, Christmas shirts, and so on. So we need to dial you in and get you to $20,000 a month consistently. That way we can get you off of that heat press so that someone else is either running it for you or you can start outsourcing. So let's dial this in. $20,000 a month is a really comfortable spot for you to start hiring people out, getting a small office space, or just outsourcing. So if you're running the print shop model, this is what I would recommend, is you dialing in on your hero offer. This is going to be your offer that brings in everyone through the door. So you might not have the highest margin with this package, but it's an attractive offer that's going to bring you new clients ongoing all the time. So you really need a staple offer here. And what do I mean by that? Some kind of package, a promotional package that draws customers in for a really nice price. And this allows you the opportunity to keep them as a client. This is how I got a lot of my contract print jobs when I first started. So these price points that I'm going to mention is hypothetical. Feel free to change it as your needs. Now let's say your hero package 50 t-shirts for $147 or $150. This is going to sound like an amazing offer to a lot of new customers. 50 t-shirts front printed with the custom neck tag. For you, the profit margin might not be a whole lot, but there's still something there, and it's almost close to a loss leader. With a loss leader, you're basically packaging a product, so it's not necessarily making you a whole lot of money, or it might not make you any money at all, but it's bringing people through the door. I wouldn't necessarily do a product that's for a loss, but you can do it for a very close break even or a really small profit margin. You could do it as a break even price to get more people through the door and make them really happy customers, but you can still also offer a upsell right behind it. That way there's still some kind of opportunity for you to make some money with that initial offer. So if they place that initial order for 50 t-shirts, you can say, hey, we can add on an additional 25 hats for an extra $100. Some people might take it, some people might not, but that's an opportunity for you to make some extra margin while you're at it. So 2 ways for you to simply promote this is, don't be afraid to get in front of the camera. Content is very powerful for not only promotion itself, or if you're offering a product or a service like this, it's very powerful in adding that trust factor. When they know it's a person providing that product or service behind the camera, then they know they're not just buying from another company. People buy from people. So when they see you offering this product offer, this is going to be very beneficial for you. And number 2, you can still set up a nice little design, a flyer, something you can send out via email or post on your Instagram feed. So I'm on Kittle. Check this out. I'm just going to type in ad, and this is going to make you be able to design it a whole lot quicker, because this is where templates become really, really powerful. So I'm going to type in ad. Actually, I'm going to click on this button right here called marketing, and check it out. We have all of these promo ready designs, and we can click on this one right here, open that up. Actually, I kind of like this one right here. So as you can see, they have a whole bunch of promo ready designs ready to go. And all I have to do is scroll down. Here's one right here that's ready for us. Even this one or this one right here we can use for us. Look at this one. This one's almost perfect. So they already have in all the different sizes that we need as well. Instagram story, Instagram square. What's really powerful right now whenever it comes to posting video content on Instagram instead of just a reel is a carousel. So you can use this as the first slide, and then for example that I mentioned earlier about doing a video of you offering the service can be your second carousel slide. So we could easily go on here and type in 50 customers custom tees. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little too large, so we're gonna scale it down for now so we can see everything. So we do 50 custom tees. We're gonna click on it, full front print, custom neck tag. So I actually want this one larger, something like that. Copy and paste this. Now I'm gonna scale this one down to about right here. Now we're gonna click on this one right here, put only 147. Boom, and it's really that simple. You can also go ahead and add a neck tag right here and put an arrow pointing to it from here to there. That way they know which part is also custom. So they're like, man, I get a front print and I get a neck tag print. That's a win for me. So if you're running the print shop model, dial in on this hero package, go out there and offer it. Because not only are you gonna get new orders in the front end, but a lot of these customers are going to turn into long-term customers as well, as long as you treat them right the first time. Okay, so number 2, maybe you want a brand. Maybe you wanna be something like this right here, where everything is based off of their own original ideas and their logo. Or maybe you want to be a brand like this one. Everything is based off of what they produce with their brand name on it. Well, what if I told you this? A lot of these brands also start off with a hero product as well. They start off with one product that was very well known, and then they really pushed that really heavily, and then they started focusing on the other products. So you really got to dial that in. So it's really amazing to look at all these brands and see how far they come. It's honestly amazing. Man, they even got all the swords in there in this thing. That's crazy. So as you can see, a lot of it has their brand name on it, and they have some really nice lifestyle photos as well, and they really do a good job at showing of how high quality their garments look when it comes to the photography as well. So as you can see, photography is really important whenever you want to start your own brand. So when it comes to creating a design like this, you can create one that's really simple, but you're gonna really have to show off and do some really good photography. As you can see right here, even though a lot of these are flat lay, they are some really high quality flat lay. The way it's laid out, the way it's consistent through all the other images, and even the way the model is modeling it as well, as you can see, is very consistent with the way that they model the shirt. I've noticed this crease right here is really important. They can see the difference between the body and the sleeve and the fit of the actual person, how it actually fits, if it's gonna look loose on them or if it's gonna be a tight t-shirt. You know, you really got to think about that whenever you're doing the photography as well. But when it comes to the actual design, keep it really simple. A really good small front and back goes a long way. So what I mean by that, for example, this right here is a front left chest. I doubt they have a back piece. Maybe they do, and it's really nice and simple. So you can do that with Kiddo as well if you don't know how to design. I can head back on over to Kiddo's main page, and as you can see, this is really cool right here. So this is right here, this is just kind of for an idea. If you want to do 2 different branding points, would be really awesome. As you can see right here, they have this icon that also fits into the text logo, and it still looks really nice on its own as well. So from just looking at this alone, that's a pretty cool idea. So we can come up with something fairly quickly. So even just thinking about that, I saw this one real quick and I just decided to click on it. Let's say we want to come up with a brand called Human. So I'm just going to delete both of these, and we're gonna take this right here. Maybe we can make an A out of it. I'm not too sure. I kind of like it without the arch as well. So we can take this lightning bolt, Human, like M-I-N. So it doesn't really work as a A, but what we can do is figure that part out later. So we can just type in Human. Once again, we're gonna take that arch out. I like it without the arch. I'm gonna do that right there, resize it back down, scale this back up, and we're just gonna put the lightning right here for now. So now we got a nice little print for our back piece, and then we could use the lightning bolt on its own for the front piece. All right, so it doesn't look like much right now, but we can add our mock-up right here, and what we're gonna do is just drag this on over to the back. We'll make it small, or we could even add that to the front, right? Front center chest, and then we can add this to the back piece, the top of the back. I think that's pretty cool. Or you could do some kind of unique placement, but I think that right there kind of gives you some kind of staple point right there. So once you get this printed out, you really have to go hard on content. When it comes to creating your own brand, you gotta go hard on marketing. You don't have to do that whenever you have a generic style brand, but when it comes to an actual brand and you having your own heat press, this is where you have the highest leverage. You really have to think about the fact that you can create samples in a matter of seconds. You know where your local t-shirt supplier is, you know how to create the actual t-shirt because you already have the heat press, you've already done that homework. You can create multiple colorways of the same designs quicker. You can create multiple samples of it just being on black and give it away. You're going to want to do anything in your power to get this out into the world. That's how you're going to be able to create a more iconic brand, is whenever there's more eyes and attention on the actual brand. The more the person sees it, the more they're going to want the actual brand, because they're going to say, hey, everyone got this going on, I want a piece of it. So that's the power of you having your own heat press. Your margins are completely lower, and you have have the power to create samples on demand. Now you just got to be able to find a good photographer or learn how to take good photos on your own. With you also having the power of the heat press, you can also get into new designs quicker. So for example, if your staple icon works, no problem. Now you can get into new colorways quicker. You can try out new different types of designs and survey your audience to see what they likes a whole lot quicker, because you don't have to worry about another print shop. Now this is where it becomes tricky whenever you start getting sales numbers with your brand. $10,000-$20,000 is cool, you can heat press yourself, but what you want to do is really look at the orders that's coming in. If you're getting more than 20 pieces of a particular design, then you want to outsource it to a screen printer so that you have that inventory, and it's going to be a whole lot easier to ship those products out. Now in the beginning, it's really simple and easy to be able to do all the one-offs, and this is also going to help you out, so you don't have to worry about doing full runs with that. But if you own a heat press and this is what you want to do, make sure you use what leverage you can the most, which is you being able to produce the items quickly so that you can turn it into high quality marketing material. Now last but not least, we talk about it day in, day out, because this is what I do, and I've done multiple $100,000 months with this. Even my student John, he's done $130,000 last month. I had another student do over $80,000 the previous month. I had a student just hit over $100,000 in sales themselves in their first year. Now when it comes to selling on Etsy or Amazon, this is something that you can really get into really easily. And if you have a heat press, once again, you do have leverage. Now the way that we've done this in-house is we had a laser printer. Nowadays there's DTF printers. We use that for all the one-off prints, the one-off designs. And then whenever a certain product has more sales than all the other ones, for example, one product is doing 20 sales per week of that design, we order that in the 20-cent or 45-cent transfers, and then we press those on demand. So we can get through hundreds of those orders every single day. So it was really simple. Now here's where you have leverage with the heat press. You can print in unique locations. Print on demand, you can't print in every single location. Right now what's really hot with sweatshirts and hoodies is printing on the sleeve right here. So really think about it. If you have a heat press, think about the leverage that you have. What makes you unique compared to other people who don't have a heat press? Now I have quite a handful of videos when it comes to Etsy and Amazon on the channel already, so I won't get too deep into that at the moment. The whole concept of this video is you having a heat press and how you're going to get to the $10,000-$20,000 a month marks consistently. Really think about what you have to offer and dial in. If this video was helpful for you, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.